Nothing like breathing in that October air. Even in an office with no windows, it still feels like big game football. So let's get to it. I'm Kevin Witt. We'll get to our top 10 rankings and the game of the week in a moment. Our feature this week is on taking you along for the ride when it comes to covering a big high school football game. But first, the last word on last week. Nobody locally is beating Monroe-Woodbury. There, I said it and put my face on it, instead of hiding behind some chat room screen name. Listen, I love what Menacing Valley is doing. Same thing with Warwick. But after watching Monroe-Woodbury take apart Newburgh last week, I'm telling you now, Monroe-Woodbury has too much of everything. When that video starts making the rounds, people are going to start making different plans for mid-November. Moving on to this week's main topic, where you'll take in the biggest game of the week from a different point of view.
Hey folks, Kevin Witt here, sports writer with the Times-Herald Record. A lot of people tell me I have the greatest job in the world, and you know what? They're right. And the reason is because of nights like this. Tonight, Newburgh Free Academy travels to Monroe-Woodbury for a big football game. And it's more than just a football game, it's an event. And we want you to come along and see what it's like, what goes into covering an event. I track down the coaches as soon as possible so they know I'm there. I pick their brains a little, hoping for any good information. They trust I'm not going to tell the other guy, which is why Newburgh coach C.T. Chatham tells me he's digging out the trick plays tonight. Then I get Monroe-Woodbury coach Pat DeLiso, who jokes I threw the whammy on him for writing about how good his team is. Yeah, that's breaking news. Now, there are a lot of sports writers who would like to watch the game from that press box, and if it was like 20 degrees out, I'd be one of them. But tonight, it's 80, it's beautiful, and right next to the field is the best place to be. You see everything, you can hear the coaches, you can hear the players, you can hear the officials. You really get a feel for what happens, and that's why it's important we get down there. Okay, it's about 10 minutes before kickoff right now. We're going to start on the Newburgh side for a couple of reasons. One, there's less people here, so we can get better access, we can get closer. The second reason is Monroe-Woodbury is heavily favored to win this game. So if anything happens positive, good on the Newburgh side, there's going to be a lot of reaction and you can see a lot of juice. Because we want to not just write about the game, we want to write about the day. So if there's an upset brewing, this is where we want to be, not over there. It's game time now and I need to focus on what's happening on the field. Chatham tips me off to this fake punt, which keeps the drive alive. A few minutes later, Mark Corrado kicked a 47-yard field goal that cut Monroe-Woodbury's lead to 14-10. So it looks like covering the game from here is a good call. But then Monroe-Woodbury scored 4 touchdowns in what seemed like 2 minutes and led 42-10 at halftime. The underdog angle is scrapped and we need to go in another direction. Monroe-Woodbury quarterback Danny Scalo has been great, in part because he never gets touched. No wonder with that offensive line. Those 5 kids are giants and probably don't get much press. Same with my offensive line. Videographer John Pertell, veteran photographer Tom Bushy, and sports editor Matt Pepin, who shot highlights all night. DeLiso pulls way back in the second half. Scalo doesn't throw another pass and is gone by the end of the third quarter. So are most of Monroe-Woodbury's starters. Garbage time doesn't do much for spectators, but is great for shaping a story. I need to talk with huge right tackle Chris McHale, Scalo, Chatham, and DeLiso, and I'm not going to have much time to do it. I finally tracked down Coach DeLiso. The stands have cleared, but I need this interview. I've known him a long time, and he can tell the direction I'm going and will work with me. I have about 50 minutes before deadline and still have to drive 20 minutes back to Middletown. I arrive at the newspaper at about 10:30, and by the time I get seated, I'll have about 25 minutes to write the story. Then it goes to the copy editor. The designer puts it on the page with Tom's photo. Okay, here comes Mark Corrado. Now it's off to do voiceover for the video Matt and John shot. It's going to go back to Andrew Tolosi. It's a lot of work, but well worth it when I see the finished product. Pretty cool, right?
This brings us to the game of the week. Warwick hosts unbeaten Menacing Valley Friday night in a huge AA Division II showdown. Warwick is the 3-time defending champ. Menacing Valley is ranked among the state's top 10 teams and can clinch a division title with a victory. Menacing Valley came into this game last year highly regarded, and Warwick took the Warriors apart. And the winner is Menacing Valley. Revenge has been the order of the year for Minisink Valley, which 2 weeks ago avenged its 2006 loss to Valley Central. I really like Minisink Valley's balance on offense, with James Ferrier and H.R. Rotolo splitting the carries, and Nick Iannuzzi throwing a much better ball than he did a year ago. Warwick has done everything it is supposed to do and should keep this close. Even win, maybe, if Minisink makes mistakes. But make it 28-14 Minisink Valley. Kickoff is 7:30 p.m. Friday. Now on to this week's top 10 rankings. Number 10, Walkill. Hosts Port Jervis looking to run its winning streak to 5 games. Number 9, Highland. Can lock up a Section 9 Class B playoff spot with a win over James I. O'Neill. Number 8, Valley Central. Should win at Roosevelt and keep its playoff chances intact. Number 7, Warwick. Should relish the role as the underdog against Minisink Valley. Number 6, Newburgh. Remember, its 3 losses are against top 10 state-ranked teams. Number 5, Kingston. Middletown hasn't scored since the 3rd week of the season. Number 4, Delaware Valley, Pennsylvania. Rallied from a 13-point deficit and beat Abington Heights. Number 3, Minisink Valley. Has a chance to move up with a victory. Number 2, Cornwall. 4 shutouts in 6 games and has allowed just 12 points all season. Yep. And number 1, New England, Monroe Woodbury. The state's top-ranked Class AA team hosts 4-2 Colony out of the Albany area on Friday. That's it for this week. Check back every Wednesday night for a new episode of Varsity 845, The Show. I'm Kevin Witt.
This is 845, Varsity man up. It's game time, everybody stand up. From my town to yours, we ready for sure. From the field to the court, yeah, we ready for war. This is 845, Varsity man up. It's game time, everybody stand up. From my town to yours, we ready for sure. From the field to the court, yeah, we ready for war. I said it's game time, so it's